Good afternoon. Well, I did not expect Christmas to arrive on Tuesday, the 19th of November. I was supposed to be in London today, but we basically got snowed in this morning. We've been out in the snow all day and we were enjoying a family Christmas. And then my Christmas present arrived. My Christmas present arrived in the form of a text message from Ian from Cherish Vehicle Insurance, who said to me, "Have you seen Jaguar's new look?" Oh my goodness. Have you seen this? If you haven't seen this on Twitter, it is absolutely brilliant. This is a Christmas present from Jaguar to Geoff Buys Cars. Just so you remember what Jaguar is a car brand. They make things like the XJ220 and the XJR. They were superb. They've rebranded because they're going to go EV only. They want to go all EV. And they've been teasing us with their latest car, which is probably just going to be something like a Porsche Taycan. It probably won't be anything special and no one will buy it. And the depreciation on it will be absolutely chronic. But to go along with this new electrical car that will be an absolute disaster, they've rebranded, right? This is the rebrand, okay? I'm playing the video right now. I don't know if this video's got sound. I couldn't even bear to watch it with the sound on when I saw it on Twitter. And, well, to be frank, it's hilarious. Let me show you. So on Twitter right now, if I type in Jaguar, what I want to show you is their statistics. Now, the cool kids in social media would call this being ratioed, okay? So when you post something that you think is going to be positive, they're talking about the ratio of how many likes it gets versus comments, and you know, sometimes you can ratio someone by you getting more likes and comments than somebody else. A bit like I ratioed everybody with the NEC Classic Car Show when my spoof video did more views than any of the other NEC Classic Car Show videos, which I thought was hilarious. But in the context of Jaguar, they have posted on Twitter this morning simply saying, "Copy nothing, hashtag Jaguar." Right, do the maths on this one. 751,000 people have seen that tweet, have seen the post, have seen the advertising campaign. Do you know how many people have clicked like on it? 384. There are now 2,800 comments and it is climbing. And I'm going to read some of my favourites because Jaguar have just shot themselves in the face. And I don't think Jaguar realise, or maybe they do, maybe this is deliberate, they will not recover from this. Okay, the people don't forget that quickly. This is their Bud Light moment. The only thing that could have made Jaguar's new branding video worse is if it had either Dylan Mulvaney or Jimmy Savile in it. It's just simply awful. Let's go through some of my favourite tweets, shall we? Oh, that's bad, very bad. You will lose your core clientele and fail to attract any person who wants to purchase a quality product. If you are seeking woke under 30s who are serially unemployed, then you've hit the mark. Great comment there from Logi from Lanza. Then we've got Hector Drummond who says, "If it's important to copy nothing, why did you copy the style of every terrible DEI ad for the last 10 years? Fire your marketing department by 5 p.m. today." Many people are saying fire the marketing department, and they are absolutely correct. This needs to be done today. Jaguar, if anybody is watching, you have to retract this today and fire everybody today if you all want to be in a job next year. It's finished. You've finished your brand. Another comment here. "What should we do today, marketing team?" I know. Let's see if we can destroy our brand value. Great comment, because that's exactly what's just happened. Another one. "This advert is ridiculous. Do you know your customers at all?" Clearly not. Jaguar are like trolling their own customers, which is insane because Land Rover, as I've always said, have got a great marketing team. Land Rover's marketing is what is carrying that whole brand. They're making utterly crap products that break down the minute you drive them off the forecourt and then get stolen, and yet still their marketing is so good they're able to sell them hand over fist. And yet Jaguar have just done this. I said in my comment that I put on Facebook was that it looked like Sam Smith meets Hunger Games, which is not a good look right now because everybody's finished with the woke business. Someone else says, "Yeah guys, you must have not got the memo. We're not doing the woke rubbish now. Fire the whole department. We want good, inspiring adverts now, not this." Thing is, if Jaguar had come out with like Marlboro, right? Let's go back to the Marlboro Man adverts, yeah? What we want is we want a bloke in a lumberjack shirt doing something really manly and then getting in a Jaguar, a Jag. That's what we want to see. What I don't want to see is a bloke in a dress with a sledgehammer, because it's just absolutely nuts. I cannot believe it. Like I said, this is like Christmas. Another one here. Bye bye, Jaguar. It was nice knowing you. To think you were once the pinnacle of British motor engineering. Another one, Johnny Bell. The queering of Jaguar. This is what happens when a company embraces DEI. So this is diversity. What is it? Diversity, equity, and inclusion, something like that. Basically, it's all to do with BlackRock, who own the world. I don't fully understand it, but they want everybody to go woke because they hold all of the money. There's other channels that explain that far better than me. Another one, your advert is even shitter than your latest cars. Such a shame. I think Jaguars are great cars. They're really nice. They're good-looking vehicles. Their diesel engines were great. This is just a tragedy. I can laugh about it, but this is a real tragedy. I mean, look, in 1992, when the Jaguar XJ220 came out, I was absolutely obsessed. There was no better car than the Jaguar XJ220. And then my dad had a Jaguar and I always wanted an XJR. And you look at the way the brand has collapsed and it really is, although we can laugh about it, it's pretty tragic. Serena Brown says, you're not breaking moulds, you're going alone with the current thing, like all pathetic NPCs, non-player characters. Couple of here as well. Breaking the mould, more like. All you've done is step in line behind every other shit woke advert. What a load of bollocks. Yep, pulling no punches there. Andy, haha, you let the HR take over and now you're going to have a Bud Light reckoning. Like I said in the introduction, it's the Bud Light moment. Someone else says, I'll bet a tenner you'll be out of business within 5 years and you deserve it. I can't see Jaguar making it 5 years. This is huge. They really are underestimating the impact as to what this advert has done on social media. I have never seen anything like it. Bobby says, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. I like that. That's one of my favourites, actually, because it's just so simple. The worst thing I've ever seen. Someone else says, who is this supposed to be for? It's a terrible ad, and it's a great point. Who is that for? I'm not going to say it. Firas Modad says, copy nothing, and then they copy a big bunch of perverts. What do they mean by this? Oh, okay, a big bunch of perverts. I think we've answered the question as to who the advert was for. Someone else just simply says, I got AIDS from watching this. Cheers. That's up there for me. I also like that as much as I like This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Another one here, and it seems like early on in the morning, Jaguar were actually replying to tweets. So this lady has said, so are Jaguars stopping making cars and going into arty fashion? Which, funnily enough, is what I said on a video just the other day. And Jaguar replied saying, we're shifting gears, not our purpose. Stay tuned. To which someone called Geoff Buys Cars has replied and said, did someone get a gear stick stuck up their arse? That would explain the shifting gears. So don't know on that one. Next one here, John Brown simply says, what the actual hell is this? And everyone I sent it to said, is this a spoof? Is this not like April the 1st? And Jaguar replied to what the actual hell is this and said, the future. Wow. It's astonishing how they've got it so wrong, isn't it? So wrong. They've literally brought me out of my family Christmas day, our snow day, wearing my woolly hat, not even wearing a shirt. And they've got me on my desk to make a video because this is so important. And then someone else says, where's the car? Where's the car? And Jaguar said, the story is still unfolding. Stay tuned. To which I would say, I'd say the story has unfolded. So if I were you guys who work at Jaguar, I'd probably unfold your CV and go and see if Aston Martin are hiring. Although if you work in the marketing department, they're probably not going to want you. Jake quite simply says, interesting. To which Jaguar replied, made to be admired. Let me just put the video back up here again. Are you admiring anything about that? Or are you just confused? And I don't mean like questioning your sexuality. There is nothing to be admired in what Jaguar have done here. Naomi says, woke and insulting to anyone you think may be interested in your future. You create nothing but a turn off, open your eyes and see people, real people. Yes, the people will see because the people didn't see and the people haven't seen what's going on. And Tony says, well done. I'm sure your marketing department has never understood the typical Jaguar owner in the UK is likely to be an affluent, middle-aged male with a professional or retired background who values luxury and the brand's British heritage. Yeah, these are not people that go in for the woke nonsense. And most people that go in for the woke nonsense are broke anyway. It seems to be the realm of people that you know, work in the kind of jobs where you can have blue hair and tattoos on your face and all that sort of stuff. But let's not go into it. But speaking of which, someone says, let's hope that the 0.00001% of the population who are extremely entitled and responsible for destruction of women's rights and child safeguarding can buy enough Jags to keep your business afloat. I'll consider the alternatives instead. And that does seem to be the case, doesn't it? With all of this LGBTQ, male toilets in the women's toilets and all that sort of stuff, we're pandering to a tiny, tiny, tiny portion of the population. Steve says, how many 25-year-old ethnically sourced human beings buy your tat? Interesting, really, because, you know, Steve there says ethnically sourced, but a lot of these people that come from, you know, ethnic places, countries far away, have better values than what most businesses are peddling in the UK, you know, like family values, for example, where the family is actually important. And a lot of the people that are, you know, just to get into the ethnically sourced human beings bit, a lot of the people that are coming over to England don't approve of all of this sort of stuff. Which is interesting, and a whole another conversation, and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Chris says, I buy a Jaguar because it does none of these things. That's the point of a Jaguar. If I want a clown car to look like a court jester, I'll go to my local circus and see what they have for sale. Again, Chris, not pulling any punches there. And then someone has simply said, apparently they're appealing to the woke, unemployed incels and getting ratioed for it. As I said about getting ratioed, an incel is this weird term that has come out of America, which is involuntarily celibate, and it's super strange. And it goes along, you know, usually if you're researching what the term incel actually means, it's not long before you stumble upon things like school shootings, because the two tend to be linked. So again, very, very much not sure who Jaguar are aiming at with this new advert. Someone has just put 3 question marks, to which Jaguar have said, a new attitude. Not a new attitude though, is it? It's the same attitude of everyone else that's been swallowed up by the whole BlackRock anti-human agenda that seems to be going on. Just Joe says, who, WHO in capitals, I think he knows what he's doing. Who was this supposed to appeal to? I'm sure the black, queer, otherkin, diversity hires in the marketing department loved it. But I hope they want to buy a lot of Jaguars. Which is great, exactly, because the people that go in for all this sort of stuff would probably buy a Prius, maybe? Or a bus pass. Ramondo says, honestly, I thought this was a parody account. I had to check it's Jaguar I'm following. Nick says, good God, this is awful. I sure hope you didn't pay anyone money to ruin your brand like this. And then Tilly, commenting on the people in the video, says, none of them look happy. This is so conformist to the current thing. There is no creativity, no inspiration, just destruction and erasure. Thoroughly depressing. Stephen Campbell says, didn't you get the memo? Woke is dead. The Sunday Sport... is that the actual Sunday Sport newspaper? So Jaguar are now getting trolled by the Sunday Sport newspaper. Whatever your ad team are drinking, maybe drop a bit more water in it next time. Thank you very much, Sunday Sport, for that one. And someone with the username, my name is Earl, says, what a load of utter bollocks. I could keep going. Have we got any other good ones here? But I mean, this video is already longer than I expected. Rod says you've lost the plot and another customer. Paul, what are you smoking over there? Melinda, it's all been done before. And Fruella, let's finish on this one because this one is brilliant. Fruella quite simply says, the remake of Zoolander is pants. So, there's so many more that I could do. There really are. I've took so many screenshots of excellent tweets. Oh, we'll post up this one that someone's done as well, which is Daniel Craig in front of a Jaguar concept with trans flags all over it. So well done, Jaguar. You have completely destroyed yourselves. And again, sack your marketing firm. Your customer base does not look like this, and it doesn't appeal to them. People who do like this ad do not buy Jaguars and can't afford them either. And like I said, there's really not many people that do like the advert anyway. Finally, let's finish on a meme. Someone has just posted up the clip from Dodgeball where he goes, that's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. So, a bold strategy for Jaguar, a big step for man, and a giant step backwards for British automotive culture. Let me know what you think in the comments. Apologies for the hat. As I said, we were out in the snow earlier on, and I don't know where my flat cap is. And I've got to be honest, this t-shirt does absolutely nothing for me. It's not really about wearing plain black t-shirts, is it? I'm not really a plain black t-shirt sort of person. I'm usually more creative than that. Anyway, this video has bumped out the Saab dyno video. In fact, if you do have a company that sells t-shirts, get in touch with me because this one is rubbish. The Saab video, the Saab on the dyno video that was going to go out tonight is going to be bumped to tomorrow because I've just got to get this Jaguar video out because it's hilarious. Right, I'm going to go and play with this. Thank you very much for watching.